and welcome back to Velocotech. The Apple Watches of 2023 are here. They have arrived. So, they are the SE, and I think the SE second generation or third generation. Apple never makes it very clear in the SE's case. Anyway, the SE, the Apple Watch Series 9, and the Apple Watch Ultra second generation. So, let's get straight into comparing them on Apple's website. So, here we are on the comparison. So you may have watched my last iPhone's comparison videos, and you will have noticed in those ones I would have compared all the 4 different types of models, to their last 2 years of evolution. The last 2 years, so 13 versus 14 versus 15 in their particular models. But I'm not going to do that with the Apple Watches in this case. This is because the Apple Watches are so different, and also, that's just an Apple support video popping up. I'm subscribed to Apple support, very helpful. You want to check it out if you like. Very good channel. Anyway, it's a very good support channel. So, getting distracted here. The SE catchphrase is all the essentials light on price. I think this is a very appropriate catchphrase for the SE. It's all the essentials and it's light on price. Well, I mean, lighter on price than any of the other ones as well. Anyway, it's a good price smartwatch. It's a very, very good smartwatch for quite a low price. Because, you may have noticed, the bezels are a lot thinner. I mean, thicker. No, they're not thinner, are they? Series 9 versus SE, they're not thinner. It's based off older tech. So, the Series 4 and the Series 5 and the Series 6 all look very similar to the SE, bezel-wise, border-wise, and that is because they are based on the same tech as the SE, the same hardware on the outside, the same bezels and things like that. They're probably the same displays as well. And the Series 9's catchphrase, powerful sensors, advanced health features. Sorry, let me do that again. Powerful sensors, advanced health features. So basically, it's got a lot of sensors, quite a few sensors that the SE doesn't probably, and advanced health features. So if you're paying a bit more, you're going to get a bit more advanced. And the Ultra 2's catchphrase is the most rugged and capable. So the thing with the Ultra 2, well, it is very ultra. And it's really very rugged, as you can probably see. You can probably tell it's massively rugged, and I will admit it's pretty massive, but for some people that is a very good thing, because it can act as a dive computer and many more, but we'll see this in the comparison, I'm sure. So another thing you'll see is the different clock faces. There's a lot of different clock faces for each of them, and different bands as well. These aren't the only band options, there's plenty more. So we have the SE starts at $299 for the GPS plus cellular, and from $249 when you're looking at the GPS only model. So that's not got cellular connectivity. And apologies about the fact that this is in dollars. I had that in the last video, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep it consistent. You can always, if you live in the UK, then you can convert it to pounds if you like, if you're thinking of getting one, seeing how much it costs. So we have the Series 9 starting at $499 for the GPS plus cellular version, and the GPS version from $399. So from means that if you want to upgrade the storage or get something else, another part of it, not sure if you can do that though, but anyway, upgrading anything will bring up the price. So that is the smallest price that you can possibly pay for the Series 9 or the SE or the Ultra 2. So anyway, actually the Ultra 2 says it doesn't start from that price. Anyway, so the Ultra 2 says the only option available is the GPS plus cellular model, because that's part of the sort of Ultra package. Yes, package. So it's got cellular by standard, and the Ultra 2 is a much more standard product. That's the only colour option because it's natural titanium, and starts at $799. Woohoo! It's a lot, isn't it? I think so, but I mean, it could very well be worth it. We're looking in the comparison to see about all the helpful features. So, as I said, it looks like the Ultra is so standard that probably it's got a very high amount of storage and you cannot lower that or up that. It's probably standard. So it comes as standard, the price apparently is $799. So, a quick look at them, that's a sort of summary for the iPhones, same sort of thing. You can have the 44 millilitres or 40 millilitre aluminium case size for the SE. For the Series 9, we have 45 millimeters or 41 millimeters why can't I say that word today? Aluminium, not aluminum. I'm not American. I'm saying aluminium or stainless steel case size. 49mm titanium case size for the Ultra 2, because that is titanium by standard and you cannot change that. Just an interesting thing, Apple mentioned this, titanium has virtually the highest strength to weight ratios of any other metal. So that's incredibly helpful for making a very strong, very rugged, but also still quite light device. Very, very good. So you'll notice how massive the case size is for the Ultra by standard. For anyone with a small wrist, I wouldn't recommend the Ultra. My wrist definitely wouldn't fit the Ultra because it's absolutely gargantuan. Anyway, many people would like the gargantuan size. It just helps it be a lot more rugged and to fit everything in. So, we have carbon neutral combinations available for every model. That's really good. And we have the Retina display up to 1,000 nits on the SE and up to 2,000 nits on the Series 9. And that's an always-on option for the Ultra 2 and Series 9, but not for the SE. Bear that in mind. The Ultra 2. Now, on the Ultra 2, the brightest display Apple has ever made. In Tim Cook's language, his way of speaking. We have 3,000 nits. Wow, that is amazing. Up to, that is. Again, up to. So, I mean, it doesn't always stay that high. I mean, if you've got like always on display, it's not going to stay at 3,000 nits. I mean, that would wake you up, wouldn't it? It's not going to be that high, and of course you can, as usual, adjust the brightness so it's not stuck at 3,000 nits. Don't you worry. And for the SE, we have the S8 chip. For Series 9, we have the S9 chip. And then for the Ultra 2, we have the same chip as the Series 9. I would assume that Series 9 might mean the same sort of thing as the S9 chip. And the thing with the SE chip, probably, as I said, it's based off older tech, the SE, but the inside chip on all Apple's SE phones isn't as old as the actual outer hardware look. The outer hardware look is an older style from Apple products than the chip and the camera in some cases, but not in watches' case. Of course, watches don't have cameras in Apple's case. Anyway, the Series 8 chip, I'm going to call it because I'm assuming that's what it stands for, has the S8 chip, Series 8 chip, and it has Siri, and it has Find iPhone. So, with the Series 9 and Ultra 2, we have this incredible new, Series 9 chip, yeah, but also the double tap gesture. So this means that you can literally just tap two of your fingers together and you can scroll through the menus or activate things, click on things. Just by doing that, it has very advanced sensors which can detect your muscle contractions, I think, or something like that. Vein contractions, I'm not sure, but I don't know how it works, but it's magic. I'm going to call it magic. And it has faster on-device Siri, which doesn't have to be connected to the internet, so you can talk to Siri without always being connected to the internet, I do believe. Very, very helpful, that. And we have with health data access and precision finding for iPhone now on the S9 chip. So this is very helpful because precision finding is not just where you want to ping your iPhone or have an iPhone on the map or show where it is approximate. You can literally get step-by-step instructions till you're about 10 centimeters away from being right touching your iPhone. So that's incredibly helpful as well. So we have the sensors here, the heart rate features and sort of things here. So we have on the Series 9 and Ultra, but not on the SE, we have the blood oxygen app and the ECG app. I know another device that has ECG, that is Fitbit's Charge range, their charge trackers, the latest 2 models. They have the ECG app. Of course, the ECG app isn't for children, it's for adults, and the ECG app can help detect for things like atrial fibrillation, which can be very problematic, very serious, and it can detect symptoms of atrial fibrillation and tell you so that you can get it sorted. That will be very helpful, so I recommend the ECG app if anyone's getting the Series 9 or Ultra 2 or any other devices. It would be good to set up an ECG app so that you can regularly scan just to check for any problems, because it can cause very serious problems, that condition. So on the SE we also have, as standard on the Series 9 and Ultra 2 as well, high and low heart rate notifications, irregular rhythm notifications, and low cardio fitness notifications. Low cardio fitness can also be very serious. We have cycle tracking on the SE, but we also on the Series 9 and Ultra 2 have cycle tracking with retrospective ovulation estimates. And we have temperature sensing as well on the Series 9 and the Ultra 2, which can be very helpful. I assume that's skin temperature sensing. So we have emergency SOS and internal emergency calling and fall detection and crash detection coming standard on the SE and Series 9. But on the Ultra 2 we have the addition of the siren, which is a very loud siren which you can activate just from the speakers from the Ultra 2 that can be heard in a long range from around you. So if you're ever in an emergency, in a problem, if you're out exploring or 100 metres down in the ocean, perhaps not, but if you're out in the mountains having a hike, something goes wrong, you can activate this siren, and it's likely that people around will hear because it's a siren, and it's a very loud one. They'll know you're in trouble, and they can, assist. Yeah, they can assist. And as I said, 100 metres down in the ocean, Ultra 2 can do that. Series 9 SE cannot. They are 50 metres water resistant and swim proof. So 100 metres water resistant and swim proof for the Ultra 2, and also high speed water sports compatible. So basically being compatible with being sprayed at a massive speed with a water jet, I would assume, and recreational dive to 40 metres. So GPS on the SE and Series 9, but Ultra 2 has precision dual frequency GPS, which is a much more precise version of GPS, much more precise. And Series 9 and SE have available cellular connectivity, and Ultra 2 has cellular connectivity. So the reason it says available on the other ones is that for the Ultra 2 it comes as standard. For the SE and the Series 9 you have to get the cellular and GPS models, not just the GPS models. So, and they all support family setup and GPS plus cellular models, that is meaning supports family setup for only GPS and cellular models, I assume. And you can connect family members who don't have an iPhone. The SE has up to 18 hours, and so does the Series 9. And the SE also has the low power mode. And the Series 9 has up to 36 hours in low power mode and fast charging. And the Ultra 2 has 36 hours standard, up to, so without having to have low power mode. So I assume that's one reason why the Ultra 2 is so gargantuan. It has a massive battery, I would assume, because it would need that for action-packed activities and sports and more. So we also have the up to 72 hours in low power mode. That is a lot. I mean, I know Fitbit, for example, I'm a big fan of Fitbit. They also have the option to get, like, their charge devices have had up to 7 days, and other watches, like the Garmin VivoFit Junior, have up to a year. They're ridiculous, but considering this is like a very high-tech watch with a big display and a lot of components to power, it is understandable that it doesn't have a lot of battery to spare. But the Ultra 2 has done a very good job, even though it's gargantuan, on having a very high amount of battery for what it is. And the key differences are that, here it says here already, the display for the SE is Retina, the classic Retina display, and then Series 9 and Ultra 2 have always-on Retina display, and you've got the other things here. You can see this here. So the Series 9 has always-on technology, keeping the information you display on, so you can see information at a glance. And with a maximum brightness of 2000 nits, which I do believe was the brightness of the Ultra first generation, their maximum brightness, and twice that of the Series 8 and SE. It's easier to ride in bright sunlight, not ride in bright sunlight, easier to read in bright sunlight is the Series 9, and detailed watch faces look stunning, even when your wrist is down, because it's got the always-on display. The edge-to-edge design, you can see that in this picture here, versus the SE, it's got a lot more of an edge-to-edge design. We have the edge-to-edge design accommodating your favourite complications and makes tapping, typing and swiping very easy. The SE has the raise your wrist and the display instantly comes to life, the great screen area to feature a variety of watch faces with multiple complications. The Ultra 2 has the largest display with up to 3000 nits of brightness, and it's the brightest display Apple has ever designed. Tim Cook speak again. Large enough to see up to 6 lines of workout metrics at a glance. Whew, that's a lot. Readable even in direct sunlight with a 3000 nit display, ridiculous brightness, and the always-on technology keeps the display on so that you can see key new information at a glance. The new exclusive modular Ultra watch face is easily customizable and shows real-time altitude, depth, or second on the real-time altitude, depth, or second on the outermost edges. And night mode can activate automatically in the dark. So you can see the pixel counts here. So the SE has 368 by 448, Series 9 396 by 484, and here we have the Ultra 2 with the big massive display, 410 by 502 pixels. That is by far the record for this comparison. Anyways, here we have the options. Of course, the Ultra 2 just has a big, massive 49mm case. That is the only option for the Ultra 2. And another thing for the Ultra 2 is that, yes, it is made out of natural titanium by standard, and you can't really choose anything else. But you see this orange button here? That is the action button. So the action button was also in the Ultra first generation, and it's now on iPhone Pros as well. But the action button can be very helpful when you want to activate certain things very, very quickly. You can set that to do anything, I think. And also it can be set to do specific functions for specific things. So 44mm case or 40mm case for the SE, 45 or 41 for the Series 9, and the humongous 49mm for the Ultra 2. And the materials and finishes for the SE Series 9 and Ultra 2, the aluminium, get that right, aluminium for the SE, and the Series 9 has aluminium, stainless steel, and the Ultra 2 has titanium. So I'm just going to summarise these. So we have 100% recycled aluminium case for the SE and a colour matched back case in a nylon composite material Ion X front glass. Series 9 has 100% recycled aluminium or stainless steel case. Yes, I said aluminium right at last. First try as well. Features a thick front crystal with a flat base, and robust geometry for durability and crack resistance. Very good. You'd need that because watches get often quite a bit bashed up with all the action. The Ion X front glass on aluminium models and the sapphire front crystal on stainless steel models. So you can have the Series 9, you can pick between the stainless steel or aluminium. Very good. The Ultra 2 is made with 95% recycled aerospace grade titanium for the perfect balance between weight, ruggedness and corrosion resistance. Case designed with raised edges, so it's got a lip at the front going all around the display to stop it from being damaged if it's hit against something. Then the only part that should get hit is the titanium lip, not the actual display. And it's got the sapphire front crystal, which is protected from edge impacts by that lip. And you've got super rugged to withstand the elements. So by the elements they mean like massive storms, massive rain, and accidentally walking into a tree and smacking your watch into it and then falling on the floor, something like that. Tripping over a rock and then falling on the floor. And there's a lot of falling on the floor in this explanation. And basically just any trips or falls or any being hit by something, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is more likely to survive, and it's got measures in place to help with that. Oh, here we can see the colours options for the SE in Series 9. The Ultra 2 only has one. So these are the case colour options. We don't see the band colour options just right here. But we have the aluminium models for the SE, the aluminium midnight colour, starlight colour and silver colour. Series 9 has midnight colour for the aluminium models, this is, and then starlight colour, silver colour, pink colour or product red colour. So as I've said before in the iPhone video, I very much recommend Product Red. It's a very good one if you want to help donate money to causes, charities or funds to help with important issues and problems and help sort that out. So the money that you pay, some of the money is donated to these causes. For the stainless steel models, you'll instantly notice they look a lot more shiny. I like stainless steel, it's very shiny. And we have the graphite, in brackets PVD, silver, and gold PVD. Wow, that looks lovely, I must admit. Oh, very nice. Oh, I'm dazzled. Anyway, moving on from my dazzlement. The health and wellness features. And the SE doesn't have the blood oxygen app or the ECG app, as I said before, and we've already gone through some of this. But the cycle tracking on the SE and the addition of retrospective ovulation estimates for the Series 9 and Ultra 2. And they all support sleep stages and mental well-being, as I believe they did last year in my Apple Watch comparison video. And they all support irregular rhythm notifications, that's heart irregular rhythm notifications, so when your heart beats irregular in an irregular rhythm. And we have high and low heart rate notifications on all of them coming there. And that is it for the health and wellness. So in the mindfulness app of the SE, you can log your state of mind and then get insights into your mental health. You can be alerted if Apple Watch detects unusually high or low heart rates or an irregular rhythm, as well as measure your current heart rate and learn more about your time asleep with sleep stages. And with the Series 9, log your state of mind in the mindfulness app and get insights in your into your mental health. We've already gone through that. And we have temperature sensing, works with cycle tracking to help you better understand your menstrual cycle, measure your blood oxygen levels, and take an ECG from your wrist. Be alerted if it detects unusually high or low heart rates or an irregular rhythm. Measure your current heart rate and learn more about your time asleep with sleep stages. Right, so the Ultra 2, same as we've said before, the logging your state of mind in the Mindfulness app and getting insights into your mental health. We have the same temperature sensing as came on the Series 9, which works with cycle tracking to help you better understand your menstrual cycle. Then we have the same measuring the ECG on your wrist and notifications if it detects an irregular rhythm or high and low, unusually high and low heart rates. And then we also have, as on the Series 9, we have the measure your current heart rate and learn more about your time asleep with sleep stages. So here we have the safety and emergency features for both these watches. You'll notice my battery's getting dangerously low. If you finish watching this video, if you like, you can skip back to the beginning and you'll notice it was a lot higher. Oh wow. And it was even higher on my last iPhone video. Whew. Actually, I think I might just quickly switch my brightness down. Oh, no, actually no, I won't worry about that. Anyway, safety and emergency features. It should last till the end of this video, then I can plug it in. And we have emergency SOS and internal emergency calling on all of them. And we have the noise monitoring, backtrack, or fall detection and crash detection. And as I already said, the siren for the Ultra 2. So this is the same for the SE and Series 9. They both have emergency SOS to call for help and alert emergency contacts. Fall detection if you've taken a hard fall, and crash detection for help in the event of a severe car crash. And the Ultra 2, so that was the SE and Series 9. The Ultra 2 has engineered for more peace of mind when you're out in the wild. And a siren, here's the measurements, that can be heard up to 600 feet away. I'm sorry if you'd like to convert that into meters at any time. Emergency SOS to call help and alert emergency contacts, as we did in the other one, and the same fall detection and crash detection. So, the controls, here we have for all of these models. So, the controls for the SE and Series 9, no, not the SE, for the Series 9 and Ultra 2, we've already gone through this a bit, some of it. We have the double tap gesture and the faster on-device Siri with health data access and the digital crown with haptic feedback and the side button. So haptic feedback for the digital crown also comes on the SE, so that's when, instead of just scrolling up and down the digital crown and just making it feel like you're just not having any movement inside, it's got a lovely haptic feedback so that it feels like it's a proper scrolling mechanism. So that's very nice. I've tested that out. It's very, very good. So we have the side button, as I said, but on the Ultra, only the Ultra 2, we have the customizable action button. Now for the cellular connectivity options. So these are only for the SE and Series 9 GPS Plus cellular models, but the Ultra 2 comes standard with those. So I'll just read this out once. Cellular connectivity on GPS Plus cellular models and cellular connectivity waypoints, and it supports family setup, and it's got international roaming for the cellular connection. With an active cellular plan, make calls, send texts, stream music, and make emergency calls without your iPhone nearby. Pair watches for your children or older adults without an iPhone using family setup. So that's very helpful. You can pair watches for children or older adults without needing an iPhone. That's very, very helpful indeed. And then we have the same thing for the Series 9. The Ultra 2, we have the standards coming with, so it comes as standard with cellular connectivity. And you can do the same things here with an active cellular plan. You can make calls, send text, stream music, and make emergency calls without your iPhone nearby, and pair watches for your children or older adults without an iPhone using family setup. Technology. So, here's the main technology and precision finding and all of these helpful things. So here we have the technology. So the Series 9 and Ultra 2 both have the blood oxygen sensor and the electrical heart sensor. The SE doesn't support that. The SE has the second generation optical heart sensor, and the SE the Series 9 and Ultra 2 have the third generation optical heart sensor. The Series 9 and Ultra have the temperature sensor. They both have that. I would assume that's the skin temperature. And then we have the dual-core S8 SIP for the SE, and the dual-core S9 SIP for the Series 9 and the Ultra 2. And they all have the digital crown with haptic feedback, and the Ultra 2 has the customizable action button. So, we have L1 GPS for the SE and Series 9, and we have precision dual frequency L1 and L5 GPS. So it's not just L1 GPS, it's also L5, which is a lot more precise, I would assume. And then they all have the compass with waypoints, backtrack, and new elevation view. And they all have the always-on altimeter, and the high G accelerometer, and the high dynamic range gyroscope. And then the Ultra 2 is the only one that has this. It has a depth gauge, a depth gauge, and water temperature sensor. So that's very helpful if you want to know if you're swimming in a swimming pool, or in this case, more likely diving 100 meters into the ocean. Then you can just check the temperature of the water. And it also has, as that will come up here, the Dive Computer app available on the App Store. And it also has the Ultra 2, the Depth app pre-installed. I assume that shows how far you are down in the water. And you have the Dive Computer app available on the App Store, as I just said. And for the SE and Series 9, you have the second generation speaker and microphone. And on the Ultra 2, you have dual speakers and 3 mic array with beam forming. So for the SE and the Series 9 and the Ultra 2, here are their different, paragraphs, shall we say. The SE, optical heart sensor for measuring your heart rate and heart rhythm. The S8 SIP for up to 20% faster performance than the previous generation. Crash detection with high G accelerometer, high dynamic range gyroscope, barometer, GPS, and advanced sensor fusion algorithm trained on over 1 million hours of real-world drive and crash data to detect a severe car crash. So that's had a lot of testing to make sure it's nice and accurate in these problematic cases. And the Series 9 has temperature sensing that works with cycle tracking, as it said, to provide ovulation estimates. That works with that to help provide them. And the Series 9, you can generate an ECG similar to a single lead, I'll just say single lead electrocardiogram with the ECG app. So you can take on demand readings of your blood oxygen levels. And crash detection with the advanced sensor fusion algorithm trained, as we said, on the SE, on over 1 million hours of real-world drive and crash data to detect a severe car crash. The Ultra 2 has the customizable action button to begin a workout, turn on your flashlight, and more. Amazing GPS accuracy even in urban areas. So urban areas are the areas with like a lot of traffic, a lot of cities, a lot of cars, all of that, I think. Anyway, hopefully I'm not getting mixed up with urban and rural. Anyway, Compass app works with backtrack, waypoints, and new... sorry, I'll read that again, that didn't sound very good. Yes, iPad, I know I've got 10% battery remaining. I will turn on low power mode. I've been saying that to my viewers, haven't I? I've got low battery. Should have been listening, iPad. Anyway, silly iPad. We have the Compass app with backtrack, waypoints, and new elevation view for easier navigation. A depth gauge that activates automatically when you submerge the watch in water. It generates an ECG similar to a single-lead electrocardiogram, I think, and with the ECG app. Take on-demand readings of your blood oxygen and crash detection with advanced sensor fusion algorithm trained on over 1 million hours of real-world drive and crash data to detect a severe car crash. So I've already mentioned that on the last two. And we have the siren, which attracts attention to your location if you're in trouble. And here we have all of the tech specs and things. I'm not going to go on these in detail on the on this video. If you'd like to see these, you can always pop over to Apple's website yourself and take a look if you'd like. So we have on here the finishes details, the case size and weight details, the display details, the features details, and the chip details, the connectivity details, the power details, and the environmental features details. And that's also got the 28 small numbers, I assume. It has 28 small numbers, so I assume that will probably mean that it's talking about those little numbers. Those little numbers, by the way, mean we're saying something, but this something is presented in a way which may perhaps make it sound better than it is, and you can click here on this number to find out the proper truth about this, and you can check if that still is what you thought it was. Anyway, let's go back now to me. So, as always, thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was informative and very helpful indeed. To help you get an understanding of all the features and connectivity features and all the safety features and everything for this year's Apple Watches. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!